All right, boom, camera rolling, make sure, audio now rolling. All right, audio for interview for Roma with Christian Akiri. Take one, action.
It wasn't even on screen.
Oh, it wasn't?
All right, there you go.
I guess I wouldn't know since you...
I realized that. That's why I did it.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Christian Gibson.
Can we start over? Sorry. I did the cheesy shits.
Okay, you good, right?
Go ahead.
Okay. What's going on, everyone? My name is Christian Gibson with GPS Reviews. Here's my first episode, and I'm here with my good friend Christian Akiri.
What's up, y'all?
That's here to talk to you about. Would you call it a masterpiece, man?
Yeah, it's for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a bold. We both seen a large amount of movies. I know you have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as versed as you are, but as a filmmaker and going to see that and see him make that, as well as from directing to like behind the camera, I know for sure that guy he made a masterpiece. From writing his own story and whatnot.
Yeah, that's a good point. It just evokes so much emotion from beginning to end, honestly, and the way that he immerses you from start to finish with the framing, like just how the very beginning is very slow. I realized that pacing was on purpose just to like really bring you into Mexico City.
Yeah. He did allow the scenes to breathe a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like they cut on unexpected points that it wasn't just like a constant flow of events or action. Just like, hey, here's a story of Cleo and what she does her day-to-day life with this family in Mexico City.
Right. I think a big factor in him doing that is it's allowing it to be more theatrical. Besides just like a film, and I think him playing to the black and white side of that as well, kind of plays into that. And I know for sure when you're trying to work a camera and direct talent, that having that leeway to put the camera on sticks, sit it down, and then move around and still be able to direct and calm people down and tell them. It's invaluable. That's how I know just from the process alone that this is a masterpiece. Not so much just the final product. The final product was impressive, but I know from the process alone of what he had to do to make that happen.
That is a good point, because you can see so much care brought and evoked through so many, not just so many scenes, but so many settings. Like there's so many, I feel like, moments that are visually in, like not just like of what has happened, but like the corners of it. Like I legitimately remember how he framed it because like it caught my eye that much. That's how much I was paying attention through that entire 2 hours and 15 minutes. And he must have known that. I think he expected that because I say the slow burner. He's like, maybe some people might get a little, we might expect some more action from my earlier films. So I'm gonna like get you so hooked into this city. I'm gonna get you so hooked into 1971 Mexico City that no matter what, like, you're gonna pay attention, and this is gonna be worth it. And I feel that is just like a quick overall first impression of like my first time watching the movie. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
With the cinematography, like the fact that he did the cinematography alone and as the directing.
I think the cinematography really, it did the work for us.
That's a good way of saying it.
The protagonist never really took many actions. Usually you're used to like superhero movies or just action movies or even just rom-coms where the protagonist is chasing down a girl, trying to find the number, or doing all these actions. But our protagonist was very passive, and a lot of stuff was happening to her. But then she started becoming a part of the environment through the cinematography.
Yeah.
So it really allowed it for us to like be there, be with her in that moment, and that's what allowing the scenes to breathe. It's kind of felt natural now, besides something that's on screen.
I can kind of see that, because I felt Cleo. I felt I was even confirmed it wasn't confirming that Cleo was even the protagonist. So I want to say 25 minutes in the film because
Right,
it gives you so much.
The
The house was the protagonist. Yeah, honestly though, yeah,
right,
you see so much of the house.
Right, it wasn't until she stepped out of the house
from the very small pedestal shot of like the dog food. It's just so up close and personal, but it's so interesting. Like I could not stop watching. And how he plays with the frame with different characters. Big example. Spoiler alert, real quick, but with the dad.
Just gonna throw out a spoiler. Oh yeah,
we say spoiler. Yeah. Spoiler alert. Okay, you ready? Spoiler. If you didn't see the movie. You know what I'm talking about with Paco going, hey, is that your dad? It's like, no, that can't be my dad. Only to play that in 30 minutes later with the different scenes and just it just brings you in, and I literally can't find like a fault that I really didn't have, a fault I had with it. That's why I think I know it's a masterpiece. Oh, really?
So
elaborate for
my
us.
Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie, I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's only one scene that really makes this movie rated R, and it's the one scene that I just cannot figure out. A lot of the stuff kind of ties back into each other, and you kind of figure out why he showed certain things earlier. But the whole martial arts bucket naked.
Hey man,
martial art.
That's art, bro. Okay, you can't say.
don't know what I was watching.
Yo, that nigga said, "Hiya."
Don't know what I was watching.
Hey, I was into it. I just didn't. Wait, that came out wrong. I can't. That's not what I meant. Oh yeah. Oh, we gotta keep that in there. Point being though, spoiler aside, like Furman was also a well-developed character. I didn't think they would, bring him into so many more scenes and how he interacted himself and brought himself into like Cleo's life like that, but yet how much he didn't want to be involved in her life.
Right.
I found it was such a weird parallel how, the next time we see Furman after he, leaves to get ice cream and quote, leaves to get ice cream, leaves Cleo at the theater. Next time we see him with like training underneath that camp, that military camp, and whatnot. And next time he sees Cleo, he's like, if you ever talk about this shit again, like I'll beat you and your child. Like this whole now he's all of a sudden very violent. From having sex with her to very, very violent. It's such a crazy jump, and it ends on his arc with her going to a store to buy a crib. I found that crazy how no matter how much he wanted to get out of that child's life, he was probably there right when it probably died. How it, because it died later.
He should have just shot her in the store.
Yeah, should have seen it right there. I would have felt bad for those kids though, because those kids were awesome, man. That's why they really, because like Cuarón knows how to just get you gripped into a story, man. Like I cared so much about all those kids and why so and so did. It evokes on not just childhood, but like the innocence of kids,
Yeah.
I think that theme was very prevalent through the movie, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, especially I like the youngest kid. Kept going on these tangents of just these random stories of his past life and whatnot.
That was right, yeah.
And it really kind of brought a whole different element because not only was what he's speaking about seemed so irrelevant, but the underlying theme and tone kind of foreshadowed what was about to be foreseen in the movie.
Didn't he talk about like being a sailor who drowned before they go to the beach?
Right.
Before Sophia and Paco, I believe. Yeah, with that really tense wave scene. Once again, spoil. I feel like at this point they know it's spoilers though.
Man, this is all spoilers.
Yeah, we're gonna add this through anyway.
This is all spoilers.
But once again, I would say my favorite scene or second favorite scene would be what the pictures of the ending of that picture of the poster. The beach scene and Cleo looking for her. Oh boy, that's cool. Lights going out. That's fine because this is important anyway. But Cleo and
just cut, man.
Dude, I gotta keep going. We gotta keep going, man. We gotta. Nothing I can do, bro.
He doesn't pay his electricity bill, bro. I don't know what you doing, bro. Why did you charge the lights?
Dude, I don't know, bro. But I think that's about it, man. Thanks for being here.
No.
Thanks for your time. Dude, it's over. We already have so much.
I have more to say.
It's 9. You have more to say?
I have more to say.
Okay, let them say it. Say it right here. It's gonna be cut down anyway, so.
Bro, it's already done. Like, the light went out on this, man.
Gotcha. Well, hey, Christian, thanks again for being part of this, man.
Stop signing off.
Dude,
I'm walking.
It's cool, man. This is the first episode. It's gonna be great. How was I supposed to know the lights were gonna do that, man? Dude, I put them on for an hour and a half each.
So this